Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in this, we'll talk about Canada immigration breaking news. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Canada invites immigration candidates in General Express Entry Draw. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, has invited more candidates to apply for permanent residence, PR, through the Express Entry system. The department issued 1,470 invitations to apply, ETAs, in a general draw for candidates from all Express Entry programs. Candidates required a minimum comprehensive ranking system, CRS, score of 534. Today's draw follows three others that occurred between February 13th to 16th. On February 13th, IRCC held its second general draw of the month, inviting 1,490 candidates who had a minimum CRS of 535. These were followed by two targeted draws for healthcare and agriculture and agri-food occupations, which required candidates to have a CRS of at least 422 and 437 respectively. Summary of Express Entry Draw results in 2024. In 2024, several Express Entry draws took place, each targeting specific categories of applicants. On February 28, a general draw invited 1,470 candidates with a minimum CRS, comprehensive ranking system, score of 534. Earlier, on February 16, an agriculture and agri-food occupations draw saw 150 invitations to apply, ETAs, with a minimum CRS of 437. The healthcare occupations draw on February 14 issued 3,500 ETAs with a CRS cutoff of 422. Another general draw on February 13 invited 1,490 candidates with a minimum CRS of 535. In January, a draw on the 31st focused on French language proficiency, resulting in 7,000 ETAs with a minimum CRS of 365. On January 23, a general draw issued 1,040 ETAs with a CRS cutoff of 543. The year began with a general draw on January 10, where 1,510 candidates received ETAs with a minimum CRS of 546. These draws reflect the Canadian government's efforts to target specific skills and language proficiency in its immigration selection process. IRCC says category-based selection not changing in 2024. In May 2023, the department introduced category-based selection rounds of invitations for candidates who can demonstrate that they met the criteria for one of six new Express Entry Draw categories. 1. Healthcare occupations. 2. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, professions. 3. Trades occupations, such as carpenters, plumbers, and contractors. 4. Transport occupations. 5. Agriculture and agri-food occupations. 6. Strong French proficiency. At the time of the announcement, the department said that it would review these categories and make any changes deemed necessary. As of February 13, IRCC has confirmed that these categories will not be updated in 2024. The categories were chosen following consultations with IRCC stakeholders such as provincial and territorial governments, settlement services and Canadian businesses and employers. Candidates with these attributes must be in the application pool under one of the three Express Entry managed programs to be considered. How many ETAs will be delivered this year through Express Entry? According to IRCC's Immigration Levels Plan, the department plans to welcome 110,770 new PRs in 2024 through Express Entry. This represents a significant increase from last year, in which the government targeted 82,880 newcomers for Canadian PR through the same system. In 2025 and 2026, this number is set to stabilize at 117,500. Starting in 2025, Canada's allocation for new permanent residents through the PNP will increase to 120,000, making provincial pathways collectively Canada's main route to welcome new economic immigrants. New Express Entry Draw sent 1,470 PR invitations, February 28. In a momentous development, Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, has announced the results of the most recent Express Entry Draw on February 28. The draw resulted in 1,470 talented workers receiving invitations to apply, ETAs, for permanent residency, marking an important milestone in their path to establishing themselves in Canada. Summary of the Express Entry Draw today. Number of invitations issued, 1,470. Rank required to be invited to apply, 1,470 or above. Date and time of round, February 28, 2024, at 14:57 and 26 seconds UTC. CRS score of lowest ranked candidate invited, 534. Tie-breaking rule, January 16, 2024, at 3:51 and 5 seconds UTC. With fewer invitations in today's draw, we may see targeted draws in the coming days. Stay tuned for the latest news and updates. CRS score distribution in the pool. The provided data represents the distribution of Comprehensive Ranking System (CRS) scores among express entry candidates. Here's a summary. CRS score range, 601-1200. Number of candidates, 965. CRS score range, 501 to 600. Number of candidates, 9,567. CRS score range, 451 to 500. Number of candidates, 59,371. Subdivided into, CRS score range, 491 to 500. Number of candidates, 7,574. CRS score range, 481 to 490. Number of candidates, 10,095. CRS score range, 471 to 480. Number of candidates, 17,137. CRS score range, 461 to 470. Number of candidates, 13,373. CRS score range, 451 to 460. Number of candidates, 11,192. CRS score range, 401 to 450. Number of candidates, 50,695. Subdivided into, CRS score range, 441 to 450. Number of candidates, 10,265. CRS score range, 431 to 440. Number of candidates, 10,474. CRS score range, 421 to 430. Number of candidates, 9,110. CRS score range, 411 to 420. Number of candidates, 10,407. CRS score range, 401 to 410. Number of candidates, 10,439. CRS score range, 351 to 400. Number of candidates, 56,178. CRS score range, 301 to 350. Number of candidates, 29,305. CRS score range, 0 to 300. Number of candidates, 5,406. Total number of candidates, 211,487. This breakdown illustrates the distribution of candidates across various CRS score ranges, providing insights into the diversity of applicants in the express entry system. Previous express entry draws in February 2024. February 16, 2024. Draw type, targeted for agriculture and agri-food occupations. Invitations, 150. CRS cutoff, 437. Tie-breaking rule, January 29, 2024, at 3:32 and 58 seconds UTC. February 14, 2024. Draw type, targeted for 35 healthcare occupations. Invitations, 3,500. CRS cutoff, 422. Tie-breaking rule, January 30, 2024, at 2:39 and 54 seconds UTC. February 13, 2024. Draw type, general or all program draws. Invitations, 1,490. CRS cutoff, 535. Tie-breaking rule, February 11, 2024, at 15:26 and 56 seconds UTC. February 1, 2024. Draw type, targeted draw for profiles with high proficiency in French. Invitations, 7,000. CRS cutoff, 365. Tie-breaking rule, September 8, 2023, at 9:47 and 27 seconds UTC. Next steps for invited candidates. Candidates who received an ETA in the most recent express entry draw must now submit a full application for permanent residency within a specific time frame. This involves producing supporting documentation, having medical examinations, and meeting all other IRCC standards. The impact on immigration targets. The newest express entry draw is consistent with Canada's overall immigration goals, which seek to attract qualified people who can contribute to the country's economic growth and diversity. By sending invites to candidates with high CRS scores, IRCC continues to prioritize individuals with the skills and qualifications required to succeed in the Canadian labour market. Reactions from stakeholders. The release of the most recent express entry draws has provoked a variety of comments from stakeholders within the immigration community. Invited candidates have expressed their delight and thanks for the opportunity to apply for permanent residency in Canada. Many people are eager to take the next steps in their immigration process and realize their dreams of starting a new life in the country. Immigration consultants and specialists advise and help candidates who have received an ETA, supporting them with the application process and ensuring that all requirements are satisfied in a timely manner. However, immigration consultants have raised concerns about inviting individuals with low CRS scores into category-based draws. Government officials emphasize the importance of express entry drawings in meeting Canada's immigration targets. They emphasize the importance of skilled immigrants in promoting economic growth, creativity, and cultural variety throughout the country. Community organizations provide resources and help to applicants who may require additional support during the application process. They are devoted to ensuring that immigrants have access to the information and services they require to thrive in Canada. Latest BCPNP Draw 2024, British Columbia PNP Draws. The latest BCPNP draw on February 27 sent out more than 188 invitations to apply, ETAs, for permanent residency, PR, in targeted rounds of invitations. In a tech-targeted British Columbia PNP draw for 35 tech occupations, 90 invites have been sent out under both the Express Entry and British Columbia PNP Skills immigration streams. The cutoff score remains the same as compared to the previous tech-targeted draw on February 13 among all the streams. Furthermore, 45 invites have been sent to profiles that have experience as early childhood educators, assistants or instructors, not 42,202. Moreover, only 12 applicants with experience in 25 construction-related occupations were invited for British Columbia's new category-based draw, introduced in late 2023. Additionally, 41 profiles created with experience in 39 healthcare-related occupations received invitations to apply for permanent residency. Latest British Columbia PNP draw, February 27. British Columbia PNP draw, February 21. British Columbia PNP draw, February 13. British Columbia PNP draw, February 6. British Columbia PNP draw, January 30. January 23 British Columbia draw. January 16 British Columbia draw. BCPNP draw, January 10. Canada's international student reforms, impact on spouse visa. Canada's international student population has been on the rise in recent years, with students from all around the world choosing Canada for its renowned education system, diverse culture and welcoming society. As per Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, international education accounts for more than $22 billion in Canada's economic activity annually. As per IRCC, the number of Indian students staying in Canada with valid study visas went up from 171,505 in 2018 to 218,540 in 2019, 179,510 in 2020, 216,500 in 2021, and a staggering 319,000 in 2022. The tension between the two governments has led to an 86% drop in study permits issued to Indians in the fourth quarter of last year from the previous quarter to 14,910 from 108,940, according to official data. However, Canada has announced new reforms that will significantly impact the spouse visa in 2024. The new set of rules will significantly impact the students and their spouses who have a strong desire to study and work in Canada. The revised reforms and their scope. Temporary cap on study permits. To address concerns regarding program integrity and resource strain, Canada has imposed a temporary cap on new study permit applications for 2024 and 2025. This cap, expected to reduce new permits by 35% compared to 2023, will likely result in increased competition and stricter processing for Indian applicants. Increased financial requirements. As of January 1, 2024, international students need to show at least $20,635 to cover living expenses, impacting the demonstrated ability to support dependents. Incentivizes higher-level studies, potentially attracting more Indian students pursuing specialized fields. Public-private partnerships no longer pgwp eligible. Minister Miller announced that the Postgraduate Work Permit, pgwp, will no longer be available to international students at public-private partnerships beginning September 1, 2024. This implies that students seeking a pgwp for work experience or permanent residency should avoid studying at private colleges offering affiliated courses from other universities. These colleges are only advisable if the student plans to return home immediately after completing their studies. Provincial attestation letter required. Study permit applications will now need to be accompanied by a provincial attestation letter, with provinces and territories expected to put mechanisms in place to provide those letters no later than March 31, 2024. As of 2023, Canada has 1,040,985 international students with active study permits in Canada, representing a significant part of the country's global talent pool. The new reforms have impacted the family dynamic for many international students, ultimately impacting the overall immigration to Canada. With the current regulations, it is expected that more families will be forced to live apart for extended periods, causing even more significant challenges. Impact on Indian spouse visas. Reduced SOAP availability. The most immediate impact is the limited SOAP eligibility. Indian spouses of undergraduate students can no longer obtain work permits, potentially reducing income opportunities and impacting family finances. Increased competition. The study permit cap intensifies competition for all applicants, including Indians. Stringent processing criteria and potential delays are anticipated, making securing a visa more challenging. Targeted master's opportunities. For spouses of Indian students pursuing master's degrees, the extended pgwp duration presents a potential upside. The longer work authorization period facilitates career development and Canadian experience, improving prospects for permanent residency. Uncertainty and adaptation. The temporary nature of the reforms adds another layer of uncertainty. Applicants must navigate these evolving regulations and adjust their plans accordingly. Adaptation strategies may include exploring alternative study programs within the eligible categories or considering other countries with more open spouse visa policies. The revised regulations aim to protect students against exploitation and fraud and ensure the integrity of the Canadian immigration system. While the reforms may bring some challenges for international students and their spouses, they ultimately aim to create a fair and secure immigration system for all. Alternatively, Indian students willing to pursue overseas education can consider countries like the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Russia, Germany, etc. These countries offer not just a straightforward visa process but also excellent education, diverse cultures, and ample job opportunities, making them top choices for Indian students. However, it is essential to research and consider various factors, such as admission procedures, eligibility criteria, cost of living, etc. before making a final decision. That is all for today. In this video, what are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.